As we think about those 11 people that were killed there in Pittsburgh in the synagogue.
The darkest day in the history of Pittsburgh, said the mayor, and you're looking right now at the memorial forming outside the synagogue. Overnight, thousands gathered for a vigil at the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial. You see them there to remember and honor those victims of the deadliest attack on American Jews in our nation's history.
All of our hearts are heavy this morning. The Pittsburgh Steelers holding a moment of silence before kickoff Sunday. The Temple, just a few miles from the team's practice facility, and oversees the Eiffel Tower going dark to remember the victims of that massacre, while in Tel Aviv, this tribute, City Hall there flashing between Israel and America's flags, a show of solidarity.
It really was. We have team coverage of the tragic mass shooting, and Amy Robach starts us off. She's there in Pittsburgh for us. Good morning, Amy.
Robin, good morning. Police and the FBI continue their investigation into Saturday's horrific mass shooting. Several blocks surrounding Tree of Life Synagogue remain closed today. And this morning, the alleged shooter is facing 29 charges, 22 of which make him eligible for the death penalty.
All city units are being sent to an active shooter.
9:54 a.m. Saturday morning. Tragedy strikes as a morning of prayer quickly shifts to a morning of deadly chaos. In under a minute, police rushing to the scene of an active shooter at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh early Saturday morning.
7-1, contact, shot fired.
Barry Werber was inside when the gunfire began. He says he first heard a crash.
I saw a body on the steps, and I realized that the crash I'd heard must have been a gunshot. The gentleman walks in with a long gun, and I could see the jacket he had on and a pair of pants of some sort.
The alleged shooter, identified as 46-year-old Robert Bowers, was carrying an assault-style rifle and 3 handguns, according to police.
And as we approached the front of the synagogue, he began firing at us.
According to the FBI, Bowers hurled words of hate against Jews as he murdered them. The gunman then retreated further into the synagogue. A SWAT team enters, discovering a scene of unimaginable horror. 11 people, 3 women and 8 men dead. As medics rushed to evacuate the wounded, officers climbed to the 3rd floor where Bowers had fled. What came next? An all-out gun battle. Bowers shot, wounded, and crawling on his knees, he then surrenders.
Suspects talking about all these Jews need to die. We're still communicating with them.
At hospitals, nurses and doctors steadying themselves for the worst.
I think that everybody here, that was when they said there's not anybody else coming. We're like, we were all saddened by that.
It's devastating.
Overnight, the community came together at a vigil for those lives lost. Bowers now in federal custody, facing charges.
29 separate federal crimes. There are 11 counts of murdering victims who are exercising their religious beliefs. There are 11 counts of using a firearm to commit murder, and each of these counts is punishable by death.
The victims ranging in age from 54 to 97. 86-year-old Sylvan Simon and his wife, 84-year-old Bernice, killed in the same place they wed 6 decades earlier in December 1956. Here, their wedding announcement describing the candlelight ceremony at the Tree of Life. 75-year-old Joyce Feinberg, the widowed mother of 2 sons and a grandmother, was a retired research specialist at the University of Pittsburgh. And brothers 54-year-old David and 59-year-old Cecil Rosenthal, who lived together, loved going to Saturday services. They never missed a week.
The Rosenthal brothers had attended Tree of Life Synagogue since they were children, and friends described the brothers as inseparable. Also among those killed, 97-year-old Rose Mallinger. Friends telling us you've never met a more vivacious 97-year-old. She was full of life and a fixture of the community. Also this past Saturday, normally a group of school children would have been inside the Tree of Life Synagogue attending Shabbat services. One of those children had a conflict with Saturday, and so thankfully for those families, that service was moved till Sunday. Robin?
Oh my. All right, Amy, thank you.